If you're sitting in front of a Apple or Mac device right now, do this. It's going to blow your mind. This has been going around the internet. I'm wrapping my head around it. But basically, the exact command will be in the video description below. You can copy and paste it. But what we're seeing, apparently this has been true for multiple years. You're going to find a very spicy file on that device. If you go to your terminal, type in the following command. It is open/system library image, blah, 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 blah. And you will have something very interesting returned. I challenge you all to take a look at that today. I really just wanted to start it kind of clickbaity like that, but it is true. Go ahead and do it. I can't believe it, guys. Welcome back to the show. Great to have everybody here. Smash the likes and subscribes. Share the stream out. We've got some spicy news. You guys know I don't cover the news often. In fact, I'm not really a news guy in general. I don't even know if this is actually news. Apparently, we can look back to an Apple support forum from 2021 where someone points out that there are hidden files on their Mac devices. I don't exactly know what that means. I don't have a Mac, but apparently they're very easy to navigate to. And what's interesting is that the Bitcoin whitepaper is on every Apple device, I think, post Catalina update. I don't even know what that means. But this is wild. Man, it's wild. People are like, what does this mean? Well, let's start off things first. I don't really think this matters for price. I don't really think this is like a price thing. I wouldn't expect a pump or a dump based on it. But it is so interesting. I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around it. I know it is true. I've seen multiple dozens of people verify it. The question, why? Just why? The simplest of questions with such profound potential answers. I want to go through really quick kind of the tit for tats I've seen on Twitter since tweeting this. Let me pull this up. Wait, no. No, I'll pull that up in a minute. It's like the tit for tat. So let's see. People are like, oh, I was a rogue employee. There is a 0% chance one rogue employee could manage to get a file that is on factory default settings to every device and it go unnoticed, unnoticed by the company for years. Not in the realm of possibility. Sorry. There are some interesting conspiracies. I wanted to start this out actually with saying, guys, I'm a little conspiracy hungover. I'm not a conspiracy guy either, but last night I went down the rabbit hole on this thing, and I've got some just interesting, weird observations to share with you guys. I'm a little tired because I really did not sleep while I was thinking about this like all night. So let's think of maybe the other scenarios. If it's not a rogue employee, it could have been potentially maybe more than one person very high up, like a group of very high up people in Apple. They could make that decision. I'm talking like executive level. Or potentially there's one more answer, and I will admit, guys, follow me on Twitter, but it's a bit of a shit post, but it's also a little bit of an exploration. Can't find my Twitter button right now. Did I delete it? I probably deleted it. Anyway, at Tom Crown Crypto. So falling down the conspiracy hole and drawing dots together like Charlie Kelly on It's Always Sunny being crazy was Steve Jobs Satoshi. Now, I will tell you guys, I don't actually believe Steve Jobs was Satoshi at all. However, he is, in theory, the one person, and there's more to this, but he's the one person that could have had the power to do this without, like I said, a group of people or executives making this decision. That gives, I don't know, that points to him in the Apple tree, I'll say. But certainly, I don't personally believe this is him. There's some really interesting stuff, though. So Steve Jobs, we don't really hear his name associated with crypto very often. But it came to my attention. I love it. People inboxed me like crazy last night. I wasn't the only one going down the crazy hole, and that was nice. It was nice not to be alone. But there's something interesting. So we've talked about the Genesis block of Bitcoin recently. Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks, blah, blah, blah. Very important message put there by Satoshi himself. So there's something kind of interesting, and this is where it all just started blowing my mind. Tweeted this as well. I went back and found it. This is from Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin. Let's just go to his thread directly. In October, right? October 7th, 2021. A lot of people don't know this, but I put the headline of Steve Jobs' death in the Genesis hash. The Genesis hash of Litecoin literally says October 5, was it 2011? It's like visionary Steve Jobs dies at age. Like, it's just wild. Like, I'd never had any connection to Steve Jobs in crypto until this. Now, does this prove he's Satoshi? Of course it doesn't. And in fact, let me step ahead of you here. The reason, and he does note this, is this proves the block was created after 10.5. That is important. Had he not done that, anyone could have argued that he pre-mined it, that the mining wasn't fair. And so by using this date, he is like historically time-stamped in a way that can be referenced. Because if he just said it was that date, well, he could just say it was any date. But he couldn't have known Steve Jobs would die on the 5th of October with that, or until he died, right? So it's impossible for it to have been mined earlier. That's why it's there. It's not, there's nothing really else outside of that, but it is wildly dubious speculation. I can't find really any other connections, but it's interesting. Someone said something like this on the thread. Basically, his last words were basically like saying goodbye and that he was moving on to other things when Steve Jobs left Apple. That was not long. Let's see. It was April 23, 2011. He died in October 2011, obviously, as we just went over. Just kind of interesting. On to bigger things. I mean, he couldn't have possibly known he was going to die, I don't think. But it's weird. It's just a really strange thing. And Chad, I would love to know what you guys are thinking about this. Those are my honest thoughts. I don't actually think he's Satoshi, but with the Litecoin Genesis block, it's just all so strange to me. I'm having trouble accepting that it actually is true. I don't have a Mac myself, but I have enough trusted people who have checked this. Even knowing that it is, it's like my brain doesn't know what to do with this. What does it mean? Why? Why is it there? It doesn't seem like a very easy feat to accomplish for anyone outside of like Steve Jobs. We can say, oh, it's just a PDF. PDF's a small file. It's not a big deal. I mean, sure, but I think you're really downplaying it. It's included in every device. So it's a small file, but multiply that by every device. That turns out to be a large resource. That's like a resource cost. If you wanted to insert your image into all Apple devices, you probably have to pay, I don't know how much U2 paid Apple, but around that amount. People also commented that U2 was Satoshi, and to that I just agree. I think it's just sillier to agree. Oh, that's some wild stuff, guys. I'm like still reeling. But let's zone back in. Let's get back to our normal content. We've got 270 watching. We have a good poll. I have a piece of crypto music to share with you guys from one of our community members themselves, which will be very spicy. Let me pop this out. My chat is completely frozen. As always, thanks YouTube. Just every time. There we go. We have 91 likes, about 300 watching, guys. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the shares up, the subscribes up. I don't think we've had our first subscriber. We have our scribe-ginity still for this stream. That's uncouth. First person to hit subscribe gets extra shouted out. But let's get those likes up. We are going to be giving away 100. We'll make it 200 because I forget what I said last time. We'll give away 200 based on a random comment from the last live stream. If you want to be eligible to win, because we're going to be doing another giveaway in the next stream, you have to comment after this live stream is over on this live stream, post live. I see there's some confusion with it. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain it any better. If you guys can come up with wording, I'll definitely use that wording if it makes more sense. But like the most recent. So this one, once we're done, all you have to do is sign up. Link is pinned to the top with my link. Sign up with my link to Fair Desk. Leave a comment after the stream is live. Hopefully put something, not just the user ID, but include the user ID in a message. And we use a random comment picker to pick the winner, and they get sent out. Please don't try to abuse this by making multiple accounts. They won't allow me to give it to you then. So keep it fair, keep it even, and we're going to be giving away some money. If we get a bunch of likes, I don't know if it's going to be that spicy. There's not a lot of price action. Almost no one seems as interested in this Apple thing as I am. I'm the most interested, so maybe I'm the one feeling the spice. If we get, I don't know, let's set a goal, say 500 likes in the next 30 minutes, we'll give away, we'll do 250 the next stream, something like that. I'll make that bet with y'all. We do have a poll going. I want to encourage you all to engage with the stream. what that means. Engagement on YouTube is chatting. So if you're here and you haven't sent at least one message during the live stream, please do so. I'll go through and shout you all out at some point. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's all engagement. Sharing the stream is engagement. Voting in the poll. And I think that's actually about it. Maybe super chats and stuff, but don't worry about that. But engage with the live stream, because when YouTube sees a stream getting above average engagement, it then shows the stream to new people. And that's how our channels continued to grow over these years, because you guys have really been picking up the slack and pushing us into discovery. So I appreciate every single one of you that does that every day. It costs you nothing. I do want to shout out to our sponsors, Fair Desk and Market Cipher. Sign up using my links. They're in the video description below as well. They're great tools, exchanges. I only work with the best. You'll get some bonuses and discounts if you use my links, and it helps support the channel. It's a win-win for me. What should we even get into? I think we should just go right into reading the chat. That's what I think. Let's look at the poll first. So we asked, who is Satoshi? And we had 4 answers. You can only put 4 on a poll on YouTube. And Hal Finney, Steve Woz, Steve Jobs, and then other unknown no one, which I know is a much broader category. That is taking the lead. It is at almost 60% of the votes. And I will say, I agree. I agree with other unknown no one. To me, it's interesting. 20% say Steve Jobs. That's wild. Am I really that influential as an influencer? That's funny. That's funny to me. There's a ladybug on my microphone joining us. We have a special guest. This ladybug. Go away, ladybug. Let me rant really quickly. I'm going to read the chat. I am going to shout you guys out, but let me rant about this quickly as to who Satoshi is. What's it matter? It is very important to Bitcoin that we actually don't know who Satoshi is. It isn't the end of Bitcoin if we find out. It wouldn't even be the end of Bitcoin necessarily if we found out and he, I don't know, went public and sold all the Bitcoin. It could still survive, but that'd be really brutal. The reason that we don't want to know, even though we're curious, is Bitcoin is a ideological, decentralized project. The cypherpunks were very egoless, selfless. This wasn't for personal gain.
Sign of the horns.
Right on, Jeff Green. You the man. Thanks for the 20. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Just give me a second. Don't super chat anybody. I want to get through it. So it's decentralized, egoless, really not about personal gain. If it was, Satoshi would have cashed out. Even at 20,000, I believe Satoshi was in the top 10 richest people by asset worth in 2017. At 69K, I think he was like in the top 3. If this was about money, he would have cashed out. It's not about money. It never was. But the threat, the reason we don't want to know is the creators, again, were very ideological. And Satoshi himself created this network, or this system, this network, this protocol, whatever you want to call it, to be decentralized. If we have a living Satoshi, I will never believe, if they admit it, I'll never believe it's them. That's why I don't think it is any of the people who've ever claimed to be Satoshi, because they would understand that that gives Bitcoin a face. It gives it a central point of attack, especially like literally themselves. But it basically defeats the purpose. Whoever was smart enough, whoever they are, to create this is smart enough to know that they could never reveal themselves. It would defeat the purpose. Essentially, after they die, or post-mortem, rest in peace, whoever they are, it's okay then for us to know, basically, as there's no longer a face. I would prefer we never did. I think that's really best for Bitcoin. But with a living Satoshi, we have centralization, we have a face for Bitcoin. It really goes against the nature of the project, and it's a vulnerability. It's a threat. They could move or sell or whatever those coins, and that's not great for Bitcoin overall. So I do want to end the rant there, but I also want to hear what you guys have to say. And you know I'm going to just end up getting distracted. But I want to know what you guys have to say. I'm going to end up ranting more from what your responses are. So let me really quick see who's here. I see One Strudel Jam, Abid Hussein, Alex Q, Brendan, Calling Oz, Console 12, Crypto Gamer, Crypto Incognito, Crypto Military Vet, Dave Digital. What's up, brah? Dave, Dean Putin, Digital Asset News, my man. How you doing, brother? What do you think about my rant? How do you feel? Who is Satoshi? Who is Satoshi? And why do we have the white paper on all Apple devices? Or I guess Macs. I don't know the exact term. Not an Apple guy. Let me know. What's up, Elton, Evan Dent, Expandable Youth, Giorgetti, GG Jetty, Durbin Koopmans, Headless 2386. I am Jess. What's up, darling? Jack in a crack. Jeet Corp, Jeff Green, of course. Thanks for super chat, man. Jimmy, John Shuma, Kempastu, Kevin Doran, whose music we'll listen to, and maybe I could even put on I'll put it on when we're TAing, when we're in the zone, not while I'm chatting. Latino Rubicon, Lee Leo, Lotto America, Luisio, Louis Ka, Marcus, Mark Lane, MD Hanif, Buhayan, Michael Kelsey, Mushroom FPV, Nate, my brother Nate is here. Nathaniel Richards, NBF form every day. I see you, my friend. Oh my, you as well. Peter Lanchi, Robert Liu, Rohan, Fernando, Rohit, Raj, Russell, Terrell, Sam, Galley, Sweaty Dave, my brah. Solosis V2, T-Bone. What's up, T-Bone? T&D Tesla. Looking good on that wrench, my friend. Thick BD. That's the best way I can pronounce that. Our man, the Pickle Torg. What's up, man? You said you'd be here, and you are. You're a man of your word. 2-week links and Vish Hearts. And Wolfman Howell's back. Good to see you, Wolfman Howell. That's been quite a long time. That's the name I haven't seen in many a moon. If I didn't shout you out, let me know in chat if I missed you. Let me see who's yelling. Let me see if Digital Asset News, did he ever hear me? He might have left. Sometimes I'll leave comments and then like leave the stream. Oh well. Next time we'll get him. Let's see. Smashing the likes. Yes, smash the likes, please. You are there, but you can't locate the file. 2-week links. Gotta be on a Mac. Go to the terminal. If you go into the video description, I copy and pasted it there for you because typing it in seems insane. There's a lot of slashes and stuff. Put it in. See what pops up. You can see it right here. It's right at the top. Have an Apple Mac, open terminal, and you just copy and paste this. And then definitely follow step 3, which is enjoy. Maybe grab a bucket. You might want to grab a bucket for when your face melts off, like to catch it, because I don't know what to do with this information. If I somehow copy and pasted it wrong, let me know, guys. I want to make sure that in the future, as people watch this, they actually can do it. So good morning. I see you. How you doing, Josh Raphael? What's up, David Brum? Hal Finney? All right. That's a good vote, though. Honestly, if it's any of those 3 humans named, Hal Finney is like probably the one I would side with if I had to pick one. Today feels like Friday. Brendan, it's really weird because I thought it was Friday. I was almost going to say like enjoy the weekend, but I don't know why. I don't know why it feels like Friday when it's Thursday. Strange. Oh my, an alien created Bitcoin. Honestly, I'd be cool with that. I wouldn't even doubt it that much. Wouldn't even doubt it if humans didn't. It seems too... Bitcoin really doesn't seem like a human premise. The design, the selfless nature of it, there's no self-serving aspect. Not even like ego, not even fame, not even money. Like it doesn't really seem like something humans would make. But I need way more evidence. I need way more evidence to say that it's not human. I would love it though. Rob didn't say anything back, did he? I'm scrolling through the chat. So Lysis, no point of having an infinite amount of cash and dumping on the people, making him the largest holder. There's no reason, you can go a step beyond that. There's no reason that Satoshi would ever even move his coins, more or less sell them. It just doesn't make sense. We would have seen it. What's up, MD Hanif? It was the alien. I like it. Michael Kelly, word up. Who's rolling up today? Who's rolling up? Who's feeling this conspiracy theory? Also, how can we make it crazier? Because the Steve Jobs Satoshi, that is like as crazy as it gets for me. You guys know I don't talk that way much. Giving you the thumbs up. Thank you. Kampatsu, appreciate it. What's up, Biggie Ford? Here. Marcelo Rodriguez. Lucky Thoughts. Good to see you, man. How's your channel going? Snacks. What's with the sleeve shirt? What are you hiding under there? I'm hiding a lack of tattoos. That's the literal answer. Ready Player One has turned into nonfiction. Every day, man. Every day that's going to get more true. Absolutely. It's simple. They see the utility of it. It says console, though its future as a technology and stuck white paper in development. Once the direction was more settled, that's not bad. It's weird because this is really big. This is like a really macro thing. The white paper being on Macs. It's really macro. It doesn't have, in my opinion, like any impact on price though. Like this is not something I would say is like, I think it's bullish macro, but macro's already bullish. Zoomed in, micro scalping, like that this is going to do nothing. Like this is not important. It's just wild. And it only asks the question why, but it asks it so loudly And I'm dying to find an answer. Like, I am all about it. I've never fallen down like kind of conspiracy alley, but here I am. And I'm in good company with you guys. Marlene Duke, LGB. I don't know what that is, but LGB, my friend. Let's go back, maybe. Let's go back. Bicky, what's up, man? Daniel Smith with the Salt Bay, Mr. Chirpow. We're going to see him May 3rd. You better tune in. Kyle Davis. What's up, Tommy? Terminal works 100%. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Ginger skin. Yeah, I got my ginger skin under here. That is literally it. Has anyone asked to ChatGPT, or has anyone asked ChatGPT who Satoshi is? Yes. Guys, ChatGPT is really great at making conversation, but I can tell you I use it all the time still, despite this. But as someone who does a highly technical niche thing, whether you think I'm good at it or not is irrelevant, I can tell you that ChatGPT cannot give me good answers when I ask it to describe these like complex ideas. Even if I kind of goad it into it and bait it and give it information, it is really, really bad at almost anything to do with crypto. It struggles with any kind of like details that are outside of the complete everyday detail you hear every day. So I would be more surprised if ChatGPT even knew who, like, I don't know, even could guess. But remember, ChatGPT, I said this in a tweet recently, is but a fledgling of the phoenix it is destined to become. What it is now and what it is going to be is going to be as different as before we had ChatGPT talking to a bot and now GPT. Like, it's going to be world-changing, hopefully for the best. Hopefully. What's up, Rico? Good to see you, man. It's a Daki Mosiso. Smash the likes, LFG. Let's go. We're going to get into some TA here. I just wanted to chat, see how you... Adam Back is Satoshi 99% sure, says JB. 99% sure? That's very sure. I'm not 99% sure about anything. Man, just get a sleeve already. Chris, so I just like don't remember to bring things up. We've been doing these live streams, bringing you cutting edge of analysis of crypto for 4 years here on YouTube. Streaming live. And a lot of people that are watching right now probably weren't around when I was saying this. So I have 0 tattoos, and I won't keep talking about myself, but I have 0 tattoos. And I made a promise or a bet to our community that when Bitcoin hit 100K, I would get my first tattoo, probably the start of a sleeve right here. Big old Bitcoin. I don't know what it'll look like exactly, but I would live stream me getting it. I have like a phobia of needles, so it'll probably be entertaining. I will not be comfortable. And in 2021, I started getting a little panicked at like 60,000. I was like, crap, I probably need to find like a design, because I know you can't just walk into a tattoo. Because like if I'm getting my first tattoo, it's going to be a baller tattoo from a baller like tattoo artist. Like, it's going to be good and thought out and, you know, whatever. And I was getting worried. And then the bear market came, and I was like, whew, that's kind of a breath of relief here. But that bet is still on, guys. I have not forgotten. Bitcoin is going to be the first permanent marking on my body. Just got to see 100K, and I don't think we're going to be waiting that long for it. I don't. Less than 2 years. But yeah, there you go. Just so I rehashed the deal. You guys can keep me honest as always. Just want to update some of the new people. So awesome. We have a lot of people. 430 watching. Numbers are coming up. It's not a spicy day, but there's some spicy stuff going on, and we're talking about it. I still want to hear more opinions. Skin cancer runs in the family. Oh, me too, my friend. Me too. Hard. I wear sunscreen like in the winter. I am not prescribed, but my dermatologist told me that I should literally never go outside. I should never be outside of a building without sunglasses on. That's actually not the reason that I wear them, but literally that's like, my skin isn't even white. It's just like translucent and it's like brittle. I don't know. It sucks. I can get very freckly. Thank God. Nothing against redheads. My whole family's redheads, but I'm very glad I'm not a redhead. Anyway, only a little bit in the beard. Ontology. What are you guys looking at today? Get someone on here to design your tattoo. Yes, Snacks. Who can step up to it? Who can step up to the challenge? Because it's got to be badass. It's got to be. Your skin is more beautiful than any tattoo. Well, Crypto Steve-O, I agree. You beautiful son of a bitch. Loading name. Did you miss anything? You missed everything. Go back and watch it. Hopefully my call to action wasn't bad. Oh yeah, Irish. I got my 23andMe done. I'm 100% Irish. Most boring result ever. My little family diversity circle is just one solid circle. It's like British Irish. Oh well. is what it is. Top of the morning to you, lad. That means I can like do the Irish accent and things and stereotypes, and it's okay. No one can cancel me because that's my culture. You can make your tattoo in paint. Give you a few minutes. Oh, John Johnson, I am excited to see what you come with, buddy. Oh, my friend. All right. Good to see Wolfman. Who else? Clicker 101, Rohit, Justin Todd Cervantes, as always. If you've had skin cancer, by the way, guys, is not. I don't want to make any broad statements, but almost everyone in my family struggles with it. It's not as when someone says they have skin cancer, it can be life-threatening. It can be very serious, but most of the time, skin cancer is caught through just seeing like a melanoma and is very unthreatening unless it goes untreated for long periods of time. So if you can have skin cancer and not really be in danger as long as you're keeping up with it. I'm not a medical professional, please, but this is like my experience through my family. It's many other types of cancer are much more serious. All types of cancer are serious, but how am I rambling about skin cancer? Get out of here, chat. I'm so ADD. All right. I probably missed some people. What's up, King Peasant? No one has subscribed yet. No one has taken the chalice that is this stream, Scribeginity. If you've subscribed during the stream, and if you have, I don't believe you. But let me know in the chat, because maybe that just means my thing's broken. We're going to do some analysis. We got 440 watching, something like that. Let's get those likes up. We got 230 likes. Let's get 420 likes so that we can blaze it. Thank you. Yeah, as long as you see if you know you're vulnerable, just see a dermatologist regularly and have checkups. And I believe the odds of having any serious side effects are very low, like extremely low if you keep up with it. I just don't go out in the sun, man. I wear sunscreen, wear sunglasses. You'll see me when I go to Miami and stuff, I look tan. Guys, I'm only going to tell you this because we don't have 1,000 watching like we usually do. I get a fake tan. I get spray tan. Make fun of me all you want. I don't give a shit. But when you go to Miami and you are as pale as I am, you stand out. I'm the only one there. They're like, Tom, are you sick? Are you okay? That's the secret. You get the good stuff when it's like not a spicy day. You get the good stuff. 100%, man. I wear the sunglasses inside at the events, obviously. Actually, they annoy the crap out of me when I walk around inside and I end up taking them off. No one knows who I am. It's perfect. Can't use Irish stereotypes to cancel you. Man, Irish people did not have it easy either. Sunglasses leads to skin problem. These studies. Rohit, actually, that is technically true. But the overall protection is a win. But technically it's true because the sun hits sunglasses, and obviously these especially, but all sunglasses, and it reflects off, and the reflection is concentrating the beams of light, and it actually can lead to problems. There we go. There's the first subscriber. No one LARPed it. No one said they subscribed, and they didn't. There it is. We've got Dan, it's a hard one, Afi Tiru, and Casey Goodwin. Good to have you both. Welcome to the Champions Club. If you're new here, make sure you jump in the Discord. We airdrop some sats, some Bitcoin to everyone after every live stream, and all you have to do is be in there. You don't have to do anything. Make you all Bitcoin holders just for joining our fam. It's the best way to keep up with the live streams, but make sure you like, subscribe, enable the bell notifications. If you didn't get a notification today and you have them enabled, let me know. But you have to also have notifications enabled for YouTube or it doesn't work. If you don't have them enabled for YouTube, you're obviously not going to get a notification on your mobile. There it is. There it is, boys. TA AVAX. We're going to look at Bitcoin a little bit. What's up? We got another one. Piotr Tomzicki. That is the hardest name I've pronounced in a while. I wish I could give you 100 likes. Thank you, Crypto Surge. I only want one. I only want one from each of you. Your sincere one. Your sincerest one. So let's do this. Let's look at a little charting. Whitman is your friend. Whitman's a good dude. Let's do a little charting. So we've been looking at the same pattern forever. This is why traffic's not very high. I actually think if you're in the Discord, I do share some updates and stuff during or throughout the day when I have time. And I think I shared Google Analytics. Here we go. I'll just share it here. This is cryptocurrency as a topic being searched in the United States over the last 7 days, only on YouTube. This is, if you've never looked at this, it probably doesn't mean anything to you, but this is very uncommon. If we look at the web search, this is usually what it looks like. It usually just looks like very consistent waves. slightly higher, and then they come back down. Like it's like every single day at 5 in the morning. And if you look at these times, they're probably all 5 in the morning. Yeah, there you go. 5 in the morning for some reason. 5 in the morning for some reason. 5 in the morning for some reason. This one was at 4 in the morning. So I guess the people searching were up a little earlier. I don't understand how that's possible. How can the peak searching for cryptocurrency as a topic be at 5 in the morning? US though? Because you can argue, oh, different time zones. Yeah. But this is only in the US. I almost don't believe it. I don't really believe it. I think that a lot of that's spoofed. But if we go to YouTube, it usually is almost identical. And you can see over the last, honestly, April 1st had a big spike of interest. And basically search has just dropped to, I don't know, man, like maybe Q4 2022 levels, like in December last year, very low. I think the 30 looks a little bit better, but not really. Yeah, we hit a lower low. Bam, right there, April 1st. Google Trends down. That's why the viewership's down. It's just literally less people are searching for cryptocurrency. This also, though, coincides a lot. We see this every year. When summer comes around, people are spending less time inside. They're spending more time outside doing things. I encourage you guys to go do it, honestly, once summer actually starts, because Bitcoin is not really known for making moves. Not really known for making moves in the summer. Usually summer is very, very chill, muted price action. You know what I want to do? I want to show you guys. So you guys know I love music. Last stream we were talking about Raven. You guys know I love music. I wanted to share with you guys Kevin Doran, one of our viewers. He made this song and he sent it to me. He didn't make it for me, but it's like about crypto. He's welcome to explain it. I have the link in the video description below. I'm going to play it for you, this permission. Go subscribe to him, guys. Let's blow him up. He has 62 subscribers. Let's get him to 100. This video has 12 likes. I don't play everything I'm sent, but I gave it a chance. I listened to it. I will say this isn't my typical style of music, but I think it's really good. So I'm going to play it for you. We're not going to watch the video or something. We're just going to have it in the background while we chart. Let me know what you guys think. At this exact same potential pattern. There we go. That's a great song, man. Shout out to you. I'll put your channel link one more time in the chat. There you go. Let's get him to 100. So we look at this pattern. So it's about March 15th. It's played out. It's playing out. It is valid still. We're looking for what is called a broadening wedge. The broadening wedge, very easy pattern. You just need 3 touches to a trend line, 2 touches to the other side of the trend line. We could argue it was even 3, but you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 5, there's something you need that's specific. 5 needs to break that trend line. It needs to set a higher high, and then it needs to come back to that trend line, test it as support, and then break that high again to continue up. When we were doing this back here, we made these targets. We've shared the numbers, but I don't think you should take them literally. By the way, guys, please don't take anything I say completely literally. Please don't take anything as financial advice. I'm just a guy who's looked at charts way too much. I probably logged 10,000 hours on TradingView over the last 6-7 years. But please don't allow me to make please don't make your decisions based on me. But what I do encourage everyone to do is to look at the methods I use, the logic I use, and see if it works for them when they apply it. I think that's the value that I can offer on that, and I'm just always honest. I'm always honest with you guys. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I'm thinking. I'm incapable otherwise. But these were the numbers. Roughly, I took the numbers off because I want people to think it's literal. We're looking for like 29.6. We reached as high as 29.2. That's pretty close. A pullback to the trend, and then a move up into the 32,000 zone. There's a lot of confluence in 32,000. In fact, I'm starting to get a little worried because almost everybody's looking at 32,000. Bitcoin doesn't tend to go where everyone's looking, does it? It tends to do the opposite. So this is the bullish outlook. This is still valid in my analysis, in my opinion, in my way of viewing this. This is valid above 26.5. If we break this low, it still could potentially be valid, but that is when I will probably throw it out and say, okay, we're looking for something else. 26.5. We have the 200 weekly moving average. It's about 25.5. I just have it as a line here. This is essentially where everyone was looking to rebuy as we moved up into the 28 zone. People taking profit. Every trader, every serious trader was aware of this 200 weekly moving average because this bear market was the first time Bitcoin ever substantially or significantly traded below it for any amount of time in its history. We spent, I think, like at least 2 months below it or something. We spent a long time below it. And so retaking it was our really big upside challenge. We have done that. And while doing that, we've created a very strong structure in an analytical sense. As long as 26.5 holds, things are looking good. I do want to do the bearish take with you because while I'm a perma bull, and I'm very open about that, I don't just bet up. I also bet down at times. I acknowledge only up is not real. Neither is only down. So this is still the bearish look I'm looking for. If you guys have been following along stream over stream, you probably noticed that this diamond looks a little different. If you did notice that, well done, because you're correct. So this is really weird. We had originally looked for a diamond here, and it did play out. Like it did make a diamond. However, it didn't do anything. It really, really briefly, like really just by a hair, broke the lows and then came back up and made a new high. So the reason it was redrawn is because, at least in my style of analysis, and I have made up via observation, through experience, through putting it into practice, a lot of my own things. My definition of a diamond really just needs this. You need to see a swing low in a range to a swing high or vice versa. Something that might be interesting that I have never actually studied is maybe the order of them. So if we had gotten a swing high first, then a swing low, versus what we have now, a swing low, then a swing high. Actually, literally we have that example. Interesting. The sample size of 2 will not be enough to draw conclusions, but this is interesting. You didn't notice this. In the original diamond, it was swing high to swing low, and that broke down. Technically, it did break its low. The resulting triangle, the larger one we're looking at now, is a swing low to swing high. So, I'm going to dubiously speculate here. Potentially that means break up, right? I mean, 2 is not a good sample size. We can't get anything from it, but just kind of speaking out loud what I'm looking at. So the diamond has moved because we have a new range low and a new range high. They came in a diamond formation. And so here's kind of where it gets sketchy. You can see we had a little spice. Everyone got a little excited on the 5th. We had broken what looked like a descending trend line. We were heading back to our yearly highs, which were not too far out of grasp. I think price went to 28.7, 28.8. Yep. Just a hair underneath our range high. I don't know why. Oh, because it broke that high. What really happened here? So diamond or not? So diamond is typically a reversal pattern, and if it plays out as it typically should, as like traditional and TA would say, it might look something like this. I would likely be targeting the 200 weekly moving average. However, I think most people are looking there. So if price does make it there, I don't think it just touches it cleanly and bounces. I think it collapses below it and then wicks up. Honestly, that's how I'd see it going. And I would look around, let's say 24.6-ish is when I would start getting my like orders in line. But I really think this 22.7 to 23.8-ish zone is where I would be looking if this does play out. The reason being is we see a move up with a very muted pullback here. So any longs opened in this area before, any longs opened here that were still open when we did this pullback and move to the upside are with very high confidence looking to put their stops somewhere beneath this low. Because a break of this low would be a break of structure. Doesn't mean that Bitcoin has to continue down, but it is a logical place. If you look at this chart and I tell you, you have a long from 23.2 and it's still open, you're in profit. Where are you putting the stop? I can tell you 99% of the answers are going to be maybe the degen of us right here, 27.2. Most of us probably would look here to 26.5, not just because I said that's invalidation of my pattern, but because that's the range low. That's a logical place. It makes sense. If it breaks that, it's likely looking to move lower. The final one from 23.2, as I pointed out, that's the theoretical trade, is right here. Is right here from March 15th. That'd be 23.9. That is where I believe you will stop out the most longs, bait in the most shorts, and basically, get the most liquidity. I think that move, if you're looking for a bearish or downside move, I think that's it. This is we can argue this is a fair value gap down here too. You can see pretty inefficient price action. I will counter argue that you did have some pretty efficient price action here with these moves ups and downs, but this is basically just up. And so maybe we go back to fill that fair value gap. If you want to get more bearish, we'd probably look down here 22.1. Obviously, under 19.5, this is, I can say confidently, if we trade below 19.5 again, things aren't looking so hot. Not looking so hot in my opinion. I will also say, I don't believe we do. I have found that if you say Bitcoin will never do or Bitcoin can't, almost every time that's been said in history, eventually that statement's incorrect. So I say this after that disclaimer. I honestly think it's reasonable that Bitcoin may never trade below 19.5 again. It doesn't mean you should FOMO in, take a mortgage out, blah, 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 go into debt, take on risk. No. I can be wrong. I've been wrong in the past. But it is my belief. I truly believe that we aren't going to trade below 19.5. I think 20K was kind of the psychological previous from 2017 all-time high. A lot of investors that held through all of the last cycle, looking at that number, like, I think that was the last shot. I think maybe I'll go on to say, if we do see it, if I'm wrong, doesn't catch bids here, right? Comes on down. I think then we see new lows. I think we see new lows if we break it. I don't believe we're going to see new lows. I think we see, at this moment, I still think we see a repeat of 2019, or at least something that looks similar with a rally that we've already seen part of. I think that continues higher into Q2, then reverses, and we see it slowly retrace. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love for that not to happen. I'd like for it to be different this time, but I just haven't found that to be very successful. One thing that's interesting, though, if we do get a perfect move like that, if it does break down, hit stops, and then is able to recover its high here, we get some bigger or better, I'd say, upside moves using our Fibonacci extension tool. Our measure move target would then be at like 36,000. And if we take it from the bottom of 22.7, 37,000. So maybe the long story short, you can think of markets as like a bow and arrow. Okay. It's a bow and arrow. If you want to go up, so if you want to shoot the arrow up and you're holding the bow and you have the arrow in your other hand, what do you have to do? You have to pull the bowstring back. The harder you pull that bowstring back, the faster that arrow shoots forward when you let it go. When you're looking for upside moves, downside moves are the arrow being pulled back. Now, of course, you have to be cautious because life isn't that simple. This is just a fun analogy. To go on that analogy, if you pull it too hard, you break the string, right? The arrow doesn't go anywhere. Maybe you slash your hand open. Maybe you lose an eye. So it's not as simple, but I think that's a good analogy. The pullbacks are essentially the liquidations of positions in that direction. So if you have strong pullbacks like you usually see in a bull market for crypto, that's just hunting out longs, closing long positions so that they can't take profit and then generate market sell orders when they close at large numbers. So a move to the downside could be the more bullish take. If we are repeating 2019, and this is why I've said these two kind of scenarios I'm looking at, and I say this is the one I think is happening. This is one I've been saying I think is happening. The reason I think this is happening, we don't see below 19.5, is if we're repeating 2019, the price action didn't really pull back. It didn't liquidate longs. In fact, it just ran up like 300% by, I want to say end of April, something like that. End of April. I'll just stick with that. To what I would say is the equivalent of like 48K. And so if we don't get a pullback, if we break up from here, I think we run to like 48K. Yeah, of course, not in a straight line. No markets ever really move like that. You see stair stepping and such. But I think that's actually the worst scenario, because if it's 2019 repeat, that means we go back to the lows eventually. Now, we don't break the lows, at least if it's a repeat, but we see some kind of distribution up here under 48. It falls, it kind of catches, it falls again, and it ends up trapping orders. Everyone gets trapped. I did a video with Altcoin Daily. Hopefully it's published, or it will be published soon today. And he said something that I thought was great, that like, it was great for me to vibe off of in the video. And he said kind of, like that value, everyone's all excited again. And I'm like, exactly. What is that value? In my opinion, and looking at the charts, I view that value as like 48K or 50K. 50K is very psychological. Moving above it is really going to have a sentimental effect on people. But whatever value you think that the most bearish bear will flip bullish at, that is the dead cat bounce in a bear market. If you reject from there. To follow history, it would. History doesn't guarantee a future, etc. I hope this time's different. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we see you move up to 48K and then we just keep going. I hope you see a new all-time high this year. I just don't know if the charts, I don't know if I see anything in the chart that would suggest that at the moment. Wow. That ladybug, like free. You ever have like if you have like a gnat in your house or something and you see it and then all of a sudden you just like feel like there's a bug in your nose? That's what I have right now. Like there isn't, a bug in my nose. We have it recorded. We'll find out after. But that's how I feel at the moment. Got that like, is there something in there? I want to dig my finger in. All right. Maybe don't pick my nose live. So there's your bullish and bearish takes. I do want to take a look at the dollar. Man, this episode has been very different. We'll take a look at the dollar. We'll do the giveaway for Fair Desk. And then we'll do some altcoin requests and stuff. We'll just freestyle vibe. How's that sound? I do have to keep track of time. I'm not pressed for time, but I have something I believe at 4 p.m. So I can't lose myself in the sauce like I usually do. It's 3 p.m. Either way. Dollar not looking so hot here, guys. Down 12% from its high back in 2022. We've looked at this really every day. This thing, I don't know how people trade Forex, man. It's so boring. It's just the most boring, slow moves ever. The only exciting year ever for trading Forex was 2021 into 2022. Like, that was it. It went up 30%, and it was like the most parabolic move ever. We have been waiting, and I'm not going to change my mind here. If we do break 23's low set in January of 108, I will change my mind. But until then, I'm still looking for a dead cat bounce, because to me, this is something I've seen before on the chart. This is something we see in crypto. And that's parabolic rally up. The price continues to trend up, but the rate at which it is trending up is increasing. That is what is parabolic. It's not just going up. It's not linear. It's going up, and it's going up faster. At some point, it hits sellers. Too many sellers. And you get what is called a blow off top. Typically, what you'll see is a long wick on top. Usually you have a bigger candle body, I'll say, at least in crypto, but this moves slower. And then a rejection, a move down. This has broken that parabolic move. Absolutely. This looks to me just like, I can't even count how many blow off tops I've seen in crypto. So we'd be missing only one element, and we've been waiting for it. And that element would be the dead cat bounce. This would be similar to 2019 in Bitcoin, basically, when it went to 14K. I would target about 109 for this. That's what we've been targeting. This is what I'm looking for on the dollar. If it does break 100.8 first, and we are only at 101.8, we have a lower low this month. It is in the cards by all means. Then I'll stop looking for this, and I'll probably have to reevaluate. We'll look for like a measured move to the downside. And that would target maybe 96 to 97-ish down here, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm looking for the dead cat bounce. If this happens, we're going to see pain in crypto, likely pain in stocks, really pain across the market, similar to what we saw back in 2022. But the dollar is really just odd, man. It's fallen. It hasn't retraced. 382 retracement is very shallow. It looks like a pretty harsh rejection from there. I don't know how people are bullish right now on the dollar, and I do know some. I'm not going to name them. I just don't understand how you're bullish on the dollar right now with the macro environment. And that's always been like their argument to be bearish, I feel like, on Bitcoin. But no, for real. Like, I don't believe the dollar is collapsing right now. I don't believe it's going to collapse soon. I don't think the dollar will lose its federal or global reserve status soon. But those are all inevitable things. No currency has ever survived. Like, no global reserve currency has ever survived more than, I think, 100 years or 110 years. The U.S., to my knowledge, and you can fact check me here, became the global reserve in 1920. That was coming off of the pound, which had a 80-year reign, maybe, something like that. Please fact check me. I haven't looked at it. So if we do see it happen, though, and like, wait, no, let me not phrase it that way. We have been seeing things that may suggest that the dollar could lose its reserve status for the first time ever. And these are very new things. So to be bullish on it, it's just confusing to me. If you need an example, China and France settled an LPN gas deal, bypassing the dollar using the yuan for the first time in the history since it became global reserve. Now, that's not a direct war. It's not the end of the dollar, but that's never happened. And the significance of that cannot be overstated. It is extremely significant. China has pursued more deals since then. I haven't kept up. I will try to keep up with the news going forward on that, what countries they do manage to solidify deals with. But that's never happened. Now it's happening. It's realistic. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world, but it's realistic that it's facing a significant threat or a realistic threat. To be bullish on it, I just don't understand. Especially not down here off of a super weak bounce. I think the most bullish thing the dollar can really do is like maybe something like this, where it hits like a double bottom goes back to 114 and then just craps the bed, and you have maybe the world's biggest head and shoulders, right? Like left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but that's enough speculation. That's enough speculation. Don't need too much speculation. I just don't get it. It looks like it wants to make a move to the upside. It just doesn't look like it's got what it takes. It looks like it got what it takes to go back to all-time highs. Well, multi-year highs. If you look at gold, gold has been on a ripper, and I've made some pretty big claims about gold, saying that I believe it will hit a new all-time high this year. Don't believe it's hit a new all-time high since 2020. Nah, yeah, 2020. So it'll be 3 years later. Nothing has changed here on gold. I view this as like a big area of resistance, and that starts at about 1966 to like 2075. I will say we are gunning on this weekly with 1 day and 5 hours left for the second highest weekly candle close ever on gold. If it can close above 2034, it will close the highest weekly candle ever. I'm bullish on gold, man. It's kind of throwing me around a little bit. I'm bullish. I'm not buying it. I don't want it. I don't know where to store it. I certainly don't want to own paper gold. I don't know. It's just not my jam. I don't connect with it. But I'm bullish on it. You've seen 10 years of muted price action basically on gold. Gold traded at 1900 back in 2011. It's traded to a high of 2075 now, a decade later. To see it break all-time high this year, I don't want to go as far as to say like then have a mega rally, but honestly, it seems due for some upside, doesn't it? Even for gold, even for boomy gold. No, I make fun of gold, but crypto people and gold people in the past have been very close and very much almost synonymous. Peter Schiff came in and got us all divided. I should stop perpetuating that. I should like re-embrace gold, because it used to be like, bro, you gotta have Bitcoin, you gotta have gold, because the end of the world's coming. If it does make a break, this really isn't that impressive, but using our Fibonacci tool on our local swing low here over the last few years, our measured move kind of lines up at 2,650. The timing of that, this is not an exact science. I just like doing this. June of 2024. That's some pretty good timing. Bitcoin on a 4-year cycle, or so we say, but really the world is on some form of 4-year cycle. Like elections, 4 years in the U.S. It's 4 years is just pretty cyclical, it seems. I don't know. And really just connect our highs. Look over here, use the extension. We can definitely do this as well and take our previous swing low to swing high and then have higher targets. We can say, man, that 2,600 looks pretty good. Our 168's there. And then our 2 measured move for that larger move, 3,500. Like for gold, that would be meteoric. In crypto, that would be like, man, why are you even in that coin? If it was in a bull market, like, didn't even 2x. That would be, can't do the math in my head. Crap, I'm trying though. I can't stop it. Is it 60%? Like a 60% gain? Let me see if I guessed right. 71, close enough. All right, like a 71% gain from the all-time high, even if it went to 3,500. I don't know, but I still think it's going to break this year. I think we're going to continue to see gold and silver. Let me pull up silver. Continue to see gold and silver rally this year. I am definitely bullish on them. Again, though, I'm not personally buying them simply because the logistics of it don't make sense for me, I'll say. Let's check back in on silver really quick, and I can spend too much time. Looks like actually it's closed a higher day since last time we looked at it. It has broken its high of February 23. Wait, that's this year. I guess it's this year's high. Targeting $26 as resistance. That looks pretty locked in, doesn't it? I think it's pretty locked in. Coming off some higher lows, you've broken your high. Now we look for our measured moves. Like sometimes, TA, we can look at a chart and simplify it. I guarantee it'll happen, but we could say likely $26.10 is a place that people will look to take profit on longs. And if that is broken, it was like, say something like this. $30.50 then likely would be the next TP. And then you'd be targeting the all-time highs, honestly. I mean, like, yeah, you can say something around over here, I want to say in the 30s. But honestly, if it goes above 30, I'm looking for $50 silver. That's pretty spicy. That's pretty spicy. Silver has a very different history than gold, I think. Yeah, isn't this strange? This is one of the strangest charts. Look at silver. Silver was actually its most expensive. It was its most valuable in 1979 when it traded at like 48. And yes, in 2012, 2011, it did trade to like pennies higher. But consider that 11,400 days had passed, and it only broke it by pennies without even guessing at inflation or the devaluation of the purchasing power of the dollar. It was obviously worth the most right here. I don't know exactly why. I'm sure someone in the chat does. My speculation would be the 80s is kind of the beginning of the digital electronics era, and silver became in demand for electronics, and so nations collaborated to push the price of silver down so that electronics could be affordable. That's my guess. If I'm far off, hit me with it. Slap me with it, guys. Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna pull up BTC chart here one more time. I'm just gonna clear this one. I'm gonna clear it. I'm just gonna take a real quick peek at kind of my main indicators here. Market Cipher B. Shout out to them. I'm also gonna put on Lux. I go oscillators. Lux. No, it's not Lux oscillators. I like. Lux just keeps adding indicators, man. Makes it. I like forget which one I like. I do like price action concepts, but I also kind of want the little coloring of the candles. Hold up. Is that it? Nah. That is it, but it isn't it. That's Lux Algo. You guys have so many indicators, man. You just got so many. Which one is... Are you effing me? Are you kidding? Huh. That's so weird. I can't actually find it. Where's just the Lux Algo Premium? Ah, there it is. No. Maybe they changed something. Maybe they changed the way this looks. I don't know. I really do respect Lux Algo. They make great indicators. I do think Lux Algo is a great indicator. It's just not. It's not similar to Market Cipher. It's very different things. Did they change this or did I change this, man? I'm gonna have to give a Sean. Sean. Yeah, I'm not gonna troubleshoot this live. Well, I guess we won't be using that one. We'll just be using our little live order block data via Lux and Market Cipher B. And finally, fingers crossed, question mark, weekly going to look to roll over. Momentum still hasn't pinched. Money flow so close to zero, but VWAP is coming down. It's coming down from a lower high. That's not really bullish. It's weird. As well, I'll say, just looking at these candles, 3 doji weekly closes in a row. We've looked back in the past at that, and we've looked for them. It is not common. I want to say the vast majority of the time it has reversed. Like, this wasn't the same, but typically when you see a large move and then more than one doji, sometimes you'll see one doji and then another big candle, but like multiple dojis after a large move, I think with high probability has reversed. If we can even find examples, like it really does not happen. Like, here's large move, kind of doji fall. There's so few examples. There you go. Here's one. There you go. Doji. Dump. That's one of the only ones I can really find that look like clean. However, we do have a day and... No, we have 3 days. No, 3 days and 7 hours to close anywhere except for 28K, and I think that that's probable. Zooming in, just doing our basics. Let's just identify the weekly open. That's at 28.1 or 28.2. We have kind of 3 overlapping levels here. We have a daily order block created by this engulfed red candle here on both sides by the green candles. Both of those levels potentially on smaller time frames acting as support. And of course, today's open, now that it's traded below, we do see a high wick and a low wick, so it's seen some volatility. Total of like 5% down. 5% up. Not a lot of volatility. Volatility is chilled. Volume is likely down. I'm not even going to bother adding it. Lux on the week. does identify the change of character over here down at 25.2. That's right around where the 200 weekly is. Like I said, I don't believe if we do test this, I don't believe that it cleanly hits it. I believe it dumps through it, seeking more liquidity, spooking people out of that, not feeling comfortable. The one thing you're never going to feel comfortable, the one thing you're never going to feel during a bull market is comfortable. You're never, except for at the top. At the very top, you will feel the utmost comfort. You will feel so comforted, so cooled. That's why I think it'd go lower if it does. But change of character there, 25.2. I mean, that's a logical place. That's where people are looking, but that is a place I would not look to take a trade personally. Not personally. Let's see how we're doing on our month really quick. Okay. We haven't really moved in April too much, but we do have our April open. We're below it, so let's make it a red trend line just to remind us. And let's go down to the day. Look at how muted this is, man. Look at it. Those things looked kind of far apart, and then you zoom in, and they're all just overlapping each other. They're within $50. $50 move right now. 110, 1.1 is 0.2%. $50 move is 0.2%. Nothing. They're all stacked up here. I think the triangle's still the right pattern. We can say, hey, look, there's an ascending and a descending on our highs. Okay, cool. Doesn't really get us anywhere. Not really useful. Market cipher B hit a lower low there. Not great. VWAP's down. Momentum's falling. I don't like that. The weekly didn't look good. We have these dojis. We did hit a lower low. I mean, at least it's coming back up here, but not a lot of good, not a lot of bullishness today on the charts. That has been relatively true for the last week or so. Our time frames just really didn't look great. Our higher ones, but they didn't look terrible. And price wasn't moving down, so it wasn't super concerning. Ooh, Lux Algo, do you have Ichimoku Cloud? Is that Ichimoku Cloud that I spy with my eye here? Oh, I knew it. Oh, it's a little bit, huh? Actually, it looks a little better. Their Ichimoku Cloud actually looks better. Actually looks like it hits more often. They just don't have a TK. Interesting. I'll have to do more studying on that later. I like that. I like that a lot. 27.2. I totally forgot about the trades I have open. I don't have many. Most of them got stopped out, but I will share with you guys. I shared this live on the stream last time. The other two got stopped out. This one that filled at 27.2 is still alive. Stop loss is still there. You'll notice that it says price 26.4. That's because I added something right here. I added a pretty significant amount. The stop loss on that, I think, is it might have actually removed. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it got hit? It already got hit. No. Okay, because this was 0.44. I guess it got stopped out earlier on these wicks. So the original position's open, but the average price, I guess, has moved because of it's adding that loss in. Whatever. Doesn't really matter to me. This originally was at 27.2. It was a great trade. We explained exactly why I was looking for a long in the stream before there. It hit. Awesome. It's up 27% minus whatever we lost. It's not very exciting. It's not a very big position. I was hoping that ad would have stayed in. Yeah, right here. It got stopped. Womp. Oh, well. Oh, well. Life goes on. I don't have any other open trades, honestly, other than, of course, the Femex trade. The long from 16.5 is still open. That's it. That's all she wrote. Nice. We still have 500 people here. Pretty good. Pretty good for me not doing much. I feel like I haven't done much today. I've yelled about Apple and Steve Jobs, Satoshi, white papers. Let's keep going. It's the problem that we're going to have with our charts. The problem we're going to have is that we haven't done jack for price movement in 21 days. So what happens? Oscillators are relative, meaning oscillators are looking at a move up or down, and then they're looking back at the previous candles and essentially saying, there's math to this, saying, is this bigger or smaller than the moves we've seen recently? When you have price action getting smaller and smaller and volatility getting smaller and smaller, your oscillators can become not so helpful because they're so squeezed, because the price movements relative to each other are so small that they can give you very crappy signals, I'll say. Something that does tend to perform well here is looking at the Bollinger Bands. I should have probably done that on the day. Looking at the Bollinger Bands. And I'm glad we did, because I did not notice this, and I've been doing enough homework. I've been spending too much time 420, and... Oh, I forgot to do the giveaway. Gotta do the giveaway. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Don't forget. Let me do this first. Bollinger Bands, 20 weekly moving average. That's all it is. These blue bands is 1 standard deviation up, 1 standard deviation down. Not much else to it, but they're a pretty nice tool. Now, I don't always use them to trade, but what I do like to watch on these is when you see the bands contract. Doesn't even have much to do with what else is going on the chart. When the bands contract, so down here, right at the beginning of 2023, we got that. This is very close, very tight bands, only have 3% spread. When we see that happen, we tend to get explosive moves, as you see here. Price hit the top of the band. It essentially acted as support, kept moving up until eventually, you know what happened with price action. However, this doesn't have a bias. It doesn't have a bias to one side. It doesn't, bands being tight doesn't mean it goes up. You can see the same thing on the way, moves on the downside. They usually are precluded, big moves, by tightening of the bands. Right here's a good example in June 22. Bands tightened, we dumped. So what my takeaway is, the 20 daily, this can be a good guide for a trade if you don't really understand or are you struggling to figure out maybe what you want to use. 20 daily is solid. Right now it's right below price. We've actually traded below it. We're back above it today, 27,890. Being above that obviously favors being bullish, but as these bands get smaller and smaller, they suggest higher and higher chances of volatility, large volatility. So it's good it's at least happening, I suppose. Big moves coming, but honestly, none of you needed to be told that, right? I don't think anyone needs to be told that. It hasn't moved in 20 days. Of course, the big move's coming. Of course. We're going to do more analysis. Let me announce the winner. I'm going to forget. And then I'll check back in on chat. It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. That's not true. It's been a good day. But I can't resist singing that song occasionally. Okay. Let me really quick see if anyone's comments didn't make it through. Nope. All caught up. Awesome. So we are going to do this live. Random YouTube comment picker. The winner will receive $200 USD trading funds on their Fairdesk account. You don't have to purchase anything to win. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is have an account under my link. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. It's in the description below. And then to be eligible for the next giveaway, after this live stream is over, you will place your user ID from Fairdesk in a comment after this video. Not in the live chat right now. You won't be able to possibly do it until I hit end stream. Then you'll be able to add a comment, your user ID, and put some kind of message. Doesn't really matter, just something. So we are going to fetch it. If you, again, I'll have to say, if you abuse it, you won't be eligible. It's beyond my control. But here we go. Anything goes. We don't include replies. We don't allow duplicates. So we're about to pick our winner. If it doesn't have a user ID, we will go on to the next one. So I hope it's you guys. Get hype. Drum roll. Why did it not pick? Continue. Oh, drum roll. Jerry. Mr. Jerry. Give me some of that. Oh, yeah, Jerry. Well, guess what, Jerry? You're going to get some of that today. Congratulations, my friend. I'm glad no one's won twice yet. I hope we get a bunch more winners. A bunch more winners into the future. I want it to be spread out. We will change how this is done. We have done some bigger ones on hyper days. We've done like 500. We'll do some days where we do like maybe 10 people win 20 or something, you know. We'll do it. I'll get your feedback. Let's see how you guys think it would be best done. I want to make it worth it to comment because then it's more engagement. It's good for the stream. You sign up using my link with Fairdesk. That's good for me, benefits me, and our sponsorship with them, etc. You know, this chart is just a bunch of lines, man. I don't even know if analysis is like what should be done here at this point. I feel like more useful than charts today might be like a bucket of paint so that you can paint something and then watch it dry, because that's pretty much what's going on. So I sent that over there with any exception. They haven't looked at it yet, but any exception, if they, I don't know, if that person registered 20 accounts and commented 20 times, they can't win. Then we'll just roll it into the next giveaway. Phew, into the next one. All right, I popped out chat. What are you guys looking at? So we have 700 votes in our poll now, 56% still agreeing with me. 21% Steve Jobs. Is it working too well, or are you guys trolling me, or do people actually think Steve Jobs is Satoshi? Hal Finney, I guess the second runner, which is odd. Wouldn't have been surprised if most people thought that. 700 votes is pretty good. Jerry, hello, Jerry Newman. I used to watch Seinfeld. Do you see that AI Seinfeld show? That I watched it for a little bit, and I was like, this is entertaining, but I'll never actually watch this. Yeah, Sunil Kumar. I am a bull. I am a perma bull. Through the last bear market, through the last bull market, through this bull market, next bear market, next bull market. I'm perma bull, but I'm going to agree with you, my friend. And I said that on this live stream is we really do want to see a breakout in some direction, I feel, in the next 3 days and 7 hours before this week closes. I really don't want to see this close as another doji. If it does not guarantee anything. It does not, that doesn't guarantee it goes down, but that's not a good sign. Basically, the way I'd view it is bulls were completely in control. They are no longer in control, but bears also aren't in control. No one's in control, so they push price up. Liquidity is going to be down. Liquidity is going to be down now, I think. I think pain is down. As we've moved up, people have had time to like FOMO back in. 3 days is plenty of time, though. You could see it close much higher. You could see it close much lower, right? So I'm going to be watching that. I don't want to see it close this way. It could close this way, though, and next week have another doji. You could have 4 or 5 in a row. I don't know if that's ever happened. I don't know. It's not a good look. It's not the best look. We went over already kind of what I would consider invalidating, validating. And at the moment, I'm still, just to rehash if you weren't here earlier, this is still what I'm looking at. Above 26.5, this is what I'm looking at. 26.5 breaks. I mean, we're at 28. That's less than a 10% move to the downside. I'll reconsider. I'll obviously entertain the more bearish. Did I goof this one up? The more bearish scenarios that we were looking at. I wonder if I don't know. I'm not going to save. Do not save that one. Here we go. At the moment, it's just trading sideways. It's just trading sideways. Let's send that poll. Did a good job. Let me see if I missed any super chats or anything. I missed some subscribers. What's up? Mr. K. Cease. Just the letter J. What's up, Jay? Steve Pierce, Mike Andrews 85, Lucas Walker, Quizzer, and then PTR Tomzik. Can't pronounce that. It's a hard name for me. But it does start with Tom, so I like it. Do like it. No super chats missed. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Badman Elite. Haven't seen your name before. Chinggis, what's up, man? Corey. Let's see. He wasn't here earlier. I don't think Brendan Shoemaker was here either. Fud Expert joined us. Since then, Gasper joined us. Hold'em Crypto joined us. Janix joined us. There's a name I recognized from a long time ago. Jonathan Schaefer. I saw your earlier loading name. Mikkel DS. Rip2. There's a new name. What's up, man? Smash Toshi Smakamoto. Winning today's best name award from me. Smash Toshi Smakamoto, the like button. Signbo, there's a new name. Sumo already called you. There. Applegate Experience is back. What's up, brah? How you doing, man? Tonzi Norman, Twin Boys, Sand Cool, VOA. Wick 589 joined us. Finally, we were waiting for you, bro. And just the letter Z. Not a spicy day, I guess. I was spiced up. I'm still getting over this conspiracy hangover, but whatever, man. If you're here and I didn't shout you out, and you didn't shout you out, that's probably because you haven't sent anything in the chat. Send something in the chat. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, shout you out. Like the stream. Did we get 420? We still don't have 420 likes, guys. I did say 420 by a certain time, but I'll throw that time out. Right now, we have 421 viewers. We have 406 likes. If we get to 420 viewers, like right now, we can do it right now. Just pick up your mouse or your finger, put it on the thumbs up button. Done. Done deal. Probably get to like 600, actually, if everyone did that. We'll give away 250. 250? 200, 250, 250, 250, 250, 2, go to here, 2, do it here, 2, do it. I want to go to an auctioning school. 3 more. Do I hear 3, do I hear 3, 3 over here, 3 over here, 2 over there. Here we go. 430, 420 blazed. Well done, fam. All right, we'll give away 250 next time. Rock and roll. Well done. My day is complete. I got 420 likes. We secured our 420 license. Now we can go blaze after the stream. Thank God. Thank God. Uncle Tone. Uncle Tone. Tone Z or Tone Vase. What's good, Crypto Scout? I'm just chilling, man. Chilling, not a lot. Well, the Apple stuff's wild. It was wild. Yeah, you saw me in full conspiracy mode. That's probably the first time ever on this channel I've ever been full conspiracy mode. I'm not a conspiracy guy. I like the simple answers. I like Occam's razor. But sometimes there's no... What's the Occam's razor to the whole white paper Bitcoin thing? I don't know. What's the simplest thing? Honestly, the simplest, I would say, is like it was hacked and no one noticed. But then Apple being hacked at that level, like day zero exploit, unnoticed for years, is a huge problem of its own. Colin Stoltz, love you too, my friend. Corey, your subscriber count's too small. It should be at least 500K by now. Fire up the subscriber printer. Eh. You know what we have, though? We have, I think we're really close to 80,000. We have 80,000 real subscribers. Certainly not all of them watch anymore. We have 80,000 real people. If we wanted numbers, there's services, there's things you can do, but they're just not real watchers. They're not real community, not real people. It's just a number. The only reason I want 100K subscribers and I push you guys out there to subscribe is because at 100 in YouTube, you get the plaque and you get your little check name. I've been doing this 4 years. I want a little check next to my name and I want that little plaque. All right. I want to take a picture with it. I want to post it on Twitter. I want to kiss it. I want to like meme it. That's it. After that, I don't care. After 100K, I probably won't ask people to subscribe anymore. But I appreciate you. I agree. I think we should have 400K. 420K would be a better number. Shanghai Meso. Who's that? St. Michael. Much love and respect to you, my friend. One smart fella, he smelled fart. Two smart fellas, they both felt smart. Three smart fellas, they all felt smart. Hard to say that. Astral projection and relax. What's up, man? It's going down. Big fan of the show. Where to buy the glasses, Michael? Honestly, these ones are getting harder and harder to find. I'm kind of struggling to find this exact type. Originally, I can say it now because I haven't made them in years. Originally, these were blenders, made by Blenders Eyewear. They don't make these anymore. I found some other companies that made them, and it's like the exact same thing, like minus the Blender logo. They're cheaper. But recently, I've been struggling to find these ones with this blue frame and this light blue. I bought like a box of other ones that are like black side frame, and the mirrors are a little darker. I don't like them as much. But I don't know. I just went to Google and typed in mirrored box frame polarized sunglasses blue, and they would come up. That's pretty much how I found them over the years. So best of luck. If you have a sunglasses manufacturing plan out there, if you own one, let me know. Let's go into business, baby. How to get Tom Crown to 100K? Go invade all their YouTube streamers. YouTube streams. Honestly, man, I do that myself. And it hasn't worked, so I think you just got deproven. You just got debunked. Because I do that. I go and visit everyone's live streams. And we're getting there, though. We're getting close. What do you think about Voxel token? Voxy's never heard of it, man. Never heard of it. Never heard anyone ask about it. I don't even know what the ticker is. So I know nothing about it. Wanted to help him accountable for creating the token. Hence, he took gains dipped, never to be seen, living his life. His contact, what? Via, what are you talking about? Am I missing an argument? Let's go, Crown Crew. That's right, Crypto Nick. What? People got to show more love. 100K easy. Thank you, Chinggis. Thank you. You've seen other channels do less work, but they grow. Yeah, because, I mean, I can tell you guys right now why. One, I'd never accepted money to shill things. When you accept, so I've been offered high 5 figures to shill things. In the bull run, not now. But like, people will give you 50K to make a video about shitcoin, scam coin. And I've said no. Here's the thing. If I had said yes, not only would I have 50K worth of resources, I'd go and hire someone full time for a year to come make content for me. I'd have more content. So I'd have naturally more reach. But in addition, the 50K that I took from those people in this scenario, those people now will go and take money and they will buy the channel like ads. They will buy the channel fake engagement, fake viewers, fake subscribers. And that is a it's a larger percent of YouTube than you think it is. Like no channel in crypto has no bot, no fake account, like no fake subscribers, because there's nothing we can do to stop them from doing it. Like we have some, but the percentage of our channel is so low compared to other channels. Other channels, 50% plus, a lot of them. Not going to name names, not going to call anybody out. just name of the game. You know, they might not even have done it. Like I said, if they accepted money from shady sources, those shady sources could very likely be the ones that did the shady things, like bought them subscribers. Sounds like, hey, I'm not naming any names. You guys are welcome to think whoever you want to think. I'm not naming no names. I don't start beef. I eat it. Timothy May was Satoshi. He wrote the Crypto Anarchist Manifesto. I'm very familiar with the Crypto Anarchist Manifesto. I've read it many times, and actually I've debated making a video about it, and it would just be like me reading it passionately. I did not know it was 1988 though. Are you sure? I thought that was more in the 2009, like 2000 timeline. Though I will admit, I'm not sure I ever saw a date on it. I've read it more than once. Just look in comments. Look in the comments. Well, see, that's not true either though, because we get slammed with bot comments. But those bots are not subscribing, I can guarantee you. Because I can see the subscriber count per day, and we'll get 300 comments saying, buy AMZ00T5WX to the moon, it's Amazon, or it's something. It's got like 200 different little comments it does. And I certainly don't gain 200 subscribers when that happens. In fact, usually we don't gain any on those. I think my real take is I think that botting on YouTube is extremely prevalent everywhere, in every niche. But I think it used to be really impactful back when like subscriber counts mattered. YouTube used to really care about that. Actually, all social medias did. Social media accounts do not care about your subscriber count anymore. It's just not important. It's not an important metric. Your subscriber count is not really related to how many people see your content. Not anymore. Decade ago, 2 decades ago, it was like the biggest thing. If you had a big subscriber, you got big views. You could have 0 subscribers on YouTube, and if you created the right video, you could get millions of views from 0. Like it really is true. You just have to make better content than what is out there for whatever it is people are searching and is trending. It's not an easy task. What's up, VVOG Pooski? OG Pooski. Like that name. Welcome to Broship. Thank you, man. You show up for all my streams. Thank you, ZHLO. Appreciate you. You're no bot. You're in the Discord. We have a capture in the Discord, so you can't be a bot. Oh, yeah, man. People are going to use ChatGPT for spam. Like, it's going to be wild. Like, wild. The spam is about to get on another level. It's going to get on a total different level. It is what it is. You have to think we'll also have ChatGPT or AI to combat it, to identify spam comments and remove them. It's a tool. It goes both ways, just like crypto. Everything's both ways. Spicy Sushi subscribed. That's the only way I like my sushi. I'm a wasabi man. Wasabi spicy sushi. Darwin Campuzano, what's up? Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud? All right. More famous than me. You're ready, baby. You guys ever see the SpongeBob conspiracy stuff? Like the SpongeBob in the show, like conspiracy, that there was a war at Bikini Bottom. I just saw that crap the other week. It's kind of interesting, but man, maybe that's what started my conspiracy kick. Let's see who else. Legendly TV. I did my best. Subscribed. We've got maybe like 25 new subscribers here today. Make sure you join Discord if you're new. Keep up with our fam. I do update you guys. If you haven't seen the shorts yet, man, the shorts are such fire. YouTube will not push them. If you could do me a favor, only if you want to commit to doing it, you don't have to do it. No pressure. But after the live, you could open up one of our shorts playlists and just let it play through. You can watch them. I mean, they're crazy good. The reason I say this is YouTube just refuses to push them on the platform. I do not know why. They only get like 2,000 views, which is, I mean, that's not nothing, but like, they only get like 2,000 views-ish on average. And I'm not saying everyone is a gem, but they're extremely high quality, and there are some very good videos. Every other platform I publish these on gets crazy views. TikTok, I have like 5 videos that almost have 1 million each, or shorts, and they're just the same shorts that are here on YouTube. They just don't get any views here. So maybe if you guys go through, watch them, I don't know, comment on them, like them, maybe YouTube will like them more. Who the hell knows? My TikTok will hit 100K before my YouTube, which is wild because I've been here 4 years. I've been on TikTok since Q4 of last year. You want to talk about fake engagement, fake accounts? I think 90% of TikTok is just not real. I think it's just bots. YouTube is dying. Unfortunately, no, it's not, man. If anything, YouTube's strengthening. His market share hasn't gone down. with the TikTok ban or the TikTok talk going on right now, they're positioned in a macro sense to take more market share and do even better. They're owned by Google, and so they're essentially a monopoly. Monopoly the game, YouTube, if you're listening. In a good way, not in a bad way. Positive vibes. Yeah, they're not losing market share, man. YouTube's not going anywhere. YouTube is a fortress. They just suck at shorts. And you can quote me on that, YouTube. If you're listening, you can quote that. Why do my shorts? What's going on? How do they work on every other platform but not here? That's right. That's right. I'm going to come to one of your creator thingies and yell about it. Literally just yesterday. As of yesterday, I'm able to select a thumbnail for them. For the shorts. At all. As opposed to it randomly picking a frame, which is very confusing. Anyway, crap. Yeah, I do have other stuff. We're going to do another giveaway. Next stream, of course. Make sure you join the Discord. Like and subscribe. Sign up to Fair Desk, our sponsor. And Bybit. I don't know if they're still sponsoring us. We're supposed to have a talk. Our contract ended. But you know what? Bybit also our sponsor. We'll just throw them in. Links down there, guys. Sign up using my links in the video description below. Shout out to Kevin, our man, for making that song. His channel. Go subscribe to him. You know, that'll be a really good closing thought. Did we boost him? Did we boost him to 100? Kevin Doran. Did we get him boosted? He started at this stream at like 60-ish. There we go, boys. We did it, Reddit. We did it. We got him up to 100 subscribers. That song was badass, and I'm going to listen to it again. We got him up to 100 subscribers. He was at 60-ish earlier. We almost doubled. We 2x'd him. Well done. Well done, guys. That's rad. Like, that's rad. Yeah, anyway, I got meetings. I actually have a meeting with a very powerful person. Consider going to Bitcoin 2023. My link, I don't care if you use my link or not to buy the tickets if you're going, but my link is in there, 10% off Tom Crown code. But I'll be at Bitcoin 2023 in Miami, baby, May 18th. I hope to see you there. And yeah, hopefully something spicy happens. I don't know. I'll see you in Discord. I'm ready to go outside. It's 80 degrees. Cheers, fam. Crown out.